What I want to talk to you about today is natural hormone therapy. When we're talking about hormones, we're talking about the endocrine system. The endocrine system is a series of glands under the control of the autonomic nervous system, or another name for that's your automatic nervous system, that causes these electrical signals from our nervous system, cause these glands to produce and secrete vital substances that are necessary for our health and well-being. One of the things that's important to understand about our hormones is that all our hormones are derived from a substance called cholesterol. You're thinking, what? Cholesterol? Isn't cholesterol that evil substance that we've got to take drugs to suppress and defeat? It destroys our health? Yeah, well, cholesterol actually is a vital substance necessary for every cell's body's function. And in fact, cholesterol is so important in our body that our brain cells and our spinal cord cells actually produce their own cholesterol. Cholesterol is broken down into something called pregnenolone. Pregnenolone is known as the mother of all hormones. Pregnenolone, estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone are all very similar. All you have to do is change a carbon or hydrogen atom here or there, and they look very, very similar. So cholesterol is absolutely essential to our function and very misunderstood, and we'll get into that in another chapter, but cholesterol is absolutely necessary for our function. And doesn't it make sense that when we're under stress, that as a compensatory mechanism, we always try to produce more hormone, more adrenal hormone, DHEA, more cortisol to react to stress, that maybe our body produces more cholesterol because it has more of a source to make our hormones, so we can try to feel better, function better. So when I first got out of practice in 1980, patients had the normal cholesterol was considered 280. In 1986, that was lowered to 240. Sometime later, it was lowered to 200. So now there's actually a movement to try to move what's considered a normal value to 185. 50% of the people who have heart attacks in this country have what's considered a normal cholesterol value. Every day, patients that are taking statin drugs to reduce their cholesterol have heart attacks. When we get under stress, the first gland that gets involved in our body is the adrenal glands. Our adrenal glands reacts to all kinds of internal, external stress. If we don't eat right, our adrenal glands will increase secretions to try to function, overcome that. If we don't get enough sleep, our adrenal glands will increase that. If we get emotionally upset, our adrenal glands will kick in. So if we get trauma, our adrenal glands, if we have an injury, our adrenal glands get involved. In my opinion, most of our people in this country, adrenal glands are very fatigued and not functioning optimally. In our lifestyle, as we eat, live more imbalanced, and we're not sleeping regular hours, and we're not eating real food, we're displacing water for pop, Coke, too much alcohol, all these different things create a role. We watch news that all it is sensationalism and negativity. We read the newspaper and all it is negative stories. It's no wonder that our adrenal glands are fatigued. As the adrenal glands become stressed, the next most common gland to become affected is the thyroid. The thyroid gland controls our metabolism and helps set our body temperature, how fast our things work in our body. The thyroid is also activated, has very specific nutrients such as selenium, certain B and C vitamins, and particularly iodine that activate our thyroid. So because of specific, we have 80% of our patients have one or more B vitamin deficiencies. and we have selenium deficiencies, and particularly iodine deficiencies are very common. I run into all the time when I see patients and they have the signs and symptoms of low thyroid. That would be thinning hair, thinning eyebrows. See mine, thinning eyebrows. My mom has no eyebrows. She has no hair. She has low thyroid. I have low thyroid. My eyebrows are actually coming back. Dry skin, sensitivity to cold, hard to lose weight, constipation. Some of these are common symptoms. Many of you will say that, well, I had my thyroid evaluated. This is a big warning. You cannot evaluate the function of the thyroid by doing something called a TSH value. This is what probably 80% of your doctors are ordering. That is one piece of a TSH is called thyroid stimulating hormone. It's actually produced by the pituitary, but it does not give you a complete function on the thyroid. When I got out of school, we did something called T3s, T4s, and that tells you what's happening with the thyroid hormone in different parts of the body. So if you want to find out about your thyroid, you have to get more than that. It's estimated by functional medicine doctors today that as much as 40% of the population probably has a clinically undiagnosed hypothyroid. So there are tests that can better evaluate that. And again, if you have those signs and symptoms and you're feeling sluggish, then you should consider getting that tested and evaluated and supplementing. We're not recommending you take Medicaid for it, but you can actually supplement for it and get get the gland functioning better. There's an interrelationship between thyroid function and progesterone. Progesterone is the balance of estrogen in women. When we look at when we do hormonal panels of women who are complaining of problems in that area, I would say, here's that number again, 80% of the women have a progesterone deficiency. That's their number one problem. So generally speaking, again, as a shotgun approach, probably 80% of women with significant hormonal imbalances is due to a progesterone deficiency. So this hormonal balance throughout life is very important in keeping our thinking right. It keeps our muscle tone correct, and actually helps keep us more positive. One thing I want you to consider, I am not a proponent of hormone replacement therapy, because hormone replacement therapy is using an altered form from horse urine. They take horse urine and they have to alter the molecule to patent it, to make a drug on it. So these are extraterrestrial molecules. Your body is not designed. We have a 50,000 plus year of DNA history of receptor sites for our hormones. That's why these things, when you take them, they cause cancer over time. So again, we're talking about bioidentical, just like your body makes it. You can use a small amount of this, and that can help get you back in balance, and again, can definitely keep you functioning at a higher level, age more gracefully, have more vitality, keep your thinking power up, your muscle power up, and your attitude up.